Welcome, fight fans, to Boxing Scene's Top Stories, only on ProBox TV, your boxing channel. I'm George DeMatteis. Download the ProBox TV app, where apps are available to get the full ProBox TV experience, which includes Big Fight Breakdown and so many other things, including Wednesday night fights and the tremendous insights of our world champions, Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi, here on Top Stories. Well, this Saturday, Nick Ball makes his first title defense of his WBA featherweight title against ProBox TV alumnus and California native Ronny Rios. Now, talking about Rios, Ball said, quote, "He's just another opponent, to be honest. He's a fighter coming over, which I respect, to try and take my world title from me. It's an opportunity for him, so he's going to be trying to take it with both hands, but that's not going to be happening when you're facing me." All right, Paulie, we know that Ball fought very well in that draw against Ray Vargas for the WBC belt, and then in June, the Wrecking Ball, as they're calling him, beat Ray Ford for the WBA belt. How good is Nick Ball heading into this fight?
You're saying all the right things. Those seem to me like quotes from probably a press release they wanted to release when you were there. They call you up and they ask you, hey, give us some couple of quotes on fight week. That's all that really is. I'm sure Ball is focused. Stylistically, the fight can be fun. I think both these guys, the styles match up to be kind of fun. And Ball is actually a fun fighter in general. You know, he's a take it to you kind of guy, kind of short and stocky. You know, he's gonna know how to win one way, which is, you know, getting it right to you. And I think Rios is gonna be up for the challenge as well. You know, he's a poised veteran who's, you know, been looking for this opportunity ever since a bit of a layoff. He's also a guy who, you know, seems hungry still at this stage in his career, which is not always the case for a lot of guys who get into their mid-30s. It's something that I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, because Ball is not yet a bona fide star at his weight, right? He's a guy who's been fun to watch. He's been there. He's been putting on one good performance after another. And you're still kind of wondering how far is he, or who exactly, what kind of identity he's going to take as a world champion. And I think this opportunity for him to defend against Rios gives him a chance to keep cementing himself and building up a resume here at this weight class.
Yeah, Chris, how good is Nick Ball heading into this fight against Rios?
I think Ball has shown his class in both the Ray Vargas fight and the Ray Ford fight. So he comes off as a nuts and guts type of guy, where he's hard to beat, man. He doesn't really know how to lose. He's going to dig deep. We saw that in the Ray Ford fight. I was very impressed with that performance because I've been very impressed with Ray Ford. And you know, coming off a massive win where he won the title, and then to defend against Nick Ball, and Nick Ball scrapes by, and he did it late. He brought it on late, you know, and he was able to really dig deep. He showed great endurance. He showed a great chin. And he showed just a willingness to go into the fire time and time again. And you often see that with young guys and who are especially fresh champions the way that Nick Ball is. But in terms of what he's going to be, is he going to be a long-term champion? That I don't know. And I think, you know, this fight is going to be, I don't know how many answers we're going to get from this fight. Ronny is very, very solid. He's been to the high level many times. He looked great on our air when he made his comeback. Didn't look rusty at all, and seems very confident himself. But in terms of you know, what happens in this fight, maybe we can get some kind of inclination on what's going to happen with Nick Ball in the future. But I don't know. So far, what I've seen from him, like I said, he's a nuts and guts guy. He's going to come forward. He's intense. He's fun to watch, like you said, champ. I really enjoy when Nick Ball fights. I enjoy Ronny Rios fights as well. I really think this fight's going to be fantastic, back and forth stuff. But I would lean towards Nick Ball just based on his age and the kind of intensity that he brings. Regardless if it's a good fight. But in terms of where he's going to be moving forward, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what we're going to get from Nick Ball. Is this going to be a one-and-done kind of guy, or is this going to be a long-term champion? Only time will tell.
ProBox TV alums, man.
Yeah.
Rios getting the shot now. We got Lamont Roach in discussions with Gervonta Davis. You win on ProBox TV.
Angel Leo's a world champion.
Angel Leo's a world champion. McCumbee got the shot against Plant and performed well. You know what? You win on ProBox TV, guys. This is your sort of takeoff point. What do they call that? Runway. Your runway into the big time. Come here, look good, and take off.
Yeah. Good fighters and great fights, right? That's the motto here on ProBox TV. All right. What is it, Paulie? What is it about Ball that you like, and what is the vulnerabilities that Ball has that maybe Rios can exploit to pull off the win and get a title?
Well, the same things that make him fun also make him vulnerable. You know, he's an in-your-face guy. He kind of takes it to you. He's an active guy. You know, he I think he relies on, like Champ called it, nuts and guts. You know, he sort of looks to break you mentally by taking that physical pressure to you and pushing a pace that may make you uncomfortable. And sometimes that can work, you know, especially against older guys who look to be a bit more crafty and not work as hard. We're going to see what kind of fighter Rios is, because Rios is typically the guy who answers the bell for that kind of fight. But at 34 years old, can he answer the bell with that kind of intensity for consistently throughout the fight? And that's really the curiosity of a fight like this. Guys like Ball are always going to be fun, you know, because he's not ultra skilled, so he doesn't have the ability to make the fight into a tactical chess match where he just dominates you.
He's
and
also 5'2".
Shuts you down. He's 5'2".
5'2".
So he's, you know, those kind of guys. England kind of brings these kind of guys. I remember Gavin Rees was a guy like that too. Remember? You ever seen Gavin Rees now, man? The guy's like Diesel. He's jacked.
I did actually. I've seen
like,
that. He's super
fit.
He's
the guy's like a bodybuilder now.
Well, you know, you can't
he's still 5'2" though, but he's huge.
You can't get taller. You can get wider though.
Yeah.
You figured out how to get wider.
Gavin Rees is like a house, bro.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with that guy.
Nick Ball strikes me as the kind of guy. Like obviously, we see how he fights. Like he's all nuts and guts. But he seems like the kind of guy that if you take him on in the pub, you're gonna pay for that one too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a night of drinking.
But bro, it's like Dr. Evil and Mini-Me. Gavin and Gavin and Nick Ball. Bro, I'm serious. I don't know. England gives us these kind of guys. You know, Gavin was a world champion, short guy.
He can fight.
Also could fight. And Nick Ball is one of those guys. Who knows? Maybe Nick Ball has a career in bodybuilding after boxing.
I don't know. Yeah. Chris, what do you like about Ball and what makes him vulnerable that Rios can exploit in this fight?
Yeah, all the things that we said. I think when you got a guy who's so offensive-minded and has to give up so much ground, so to speak, to get inside. Because listen, if you're 5'2", you got to get in there. Your only option is to really head on the chest and bang away with both hands, which Ball is very eager to do and has no problem doing. But he gets hit, and he's on the inside. And you got a guy like Ronny Rios who's savvy enough, who hits hard enough, who's physical enough, who likes to fight on the inside as well. You know, if he can catch Nick early and put a little hurt on him, put him down, something, get some respect early on, we could really have a barn burner that can drag on and be a lot of fun. But again, like you said, Champ, it's going to depend on if Ronny at 34 years old can keep up with the intensity that Nick Ball brings, because he brings it each and every round. And he showed in that Ford fight, he can dig deep late, and that makes him that much more dangerous.
Like you said, he gets in there.
And it's certainly going to be very interesting to see what happens between Nick Ball and Ronny Rios. And also you can watch the fight alongside the champs
with us
this Saturday live on ProBox TV, YouTube, and the app as well. Remember, leave your comments and super chats.
But that doesn't mean we have the fight. We're gonna watch the
along,
fight,
right?
And you guys are gonna watch it at your house. We're gonna watch it over here.
I'm gonna have a pint or two or three, just like my English fans.
And guys, we're gonna have the slowest delay. That way, we're not ahead of you guys. Because I don't want to. I told the boss Gary. I said, guys, we can't have that we're going to be ahead of somebody watching this fight and we react to a big punch and then they see it after us. The thing with the watch along, so we're going to have the slowest feed.
That's a good point,
on
Champ.
purpose. No, I talked to Gary. He said, we're going to have the slowest feed on purpose. That way the fans at home see it before us, maybe a second or two before us. And that way when we react to something, they already know what we're talking about. Because otherwise we would be ruining it for you. And we don't want to ruin it for you. We want to watch for you, comment along with us, and have a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch along. I have it here.
Snacks over here. I don't know if you can.
Ooh.
You're gonna have snacks over here. We're gonna have snacks.
That'll be nice.
I'm bringing snacks and drinks.
Yeah.
Are you bringing snacks? Okay, cool.
Fight party with us, guys.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring some pastelitos, but Haitian style.
And if this works, maybe we'll do it for even bigger fights.
Yeah, that's for sure. Certainly will be exciting to watch along of Nick Ball, Ronny Rios on YouTube on ProBox TV with Chris Algieri and Paulina Malignaggi. And of course, we'll have the fallout of this fight here on Top Stories. We'd like to remind you to scan the QR code, like and subscribe, leave your comments on our YouTube channel, and get ready for the best live fight series in all of boxing, Wednesday Night Fights. Another edition October 9th here on ProBox TV, your boxing channel. I'm George DeMatteis, and this is Boxing Scene's Top Stories.
Wednesday Night Fights. Coming up on your next Wednesday Night Fights, October 9th. Chris Colbert takes on Omar Salcido in the main event.
For more ProBox TV, scan the QR code on the screen or go to the App Store and Google Play. ProBox TV, your boxing channel.